Welcome back, everybody, to race number 3 on Game-Block's recreation of the 2003 NASCAR Winston Cup Series. My name is Ryan, and I will be piloting the Game-Block Monte Carlo number 90 around beautiful Las Vegas Motor Speedway today. I believe this event is the Daimler Chrysler 400, but of course to us, it's the Daimler Chrysler 200 because we are running these events at 50%. Because, guys, I just don't have 4 or 5 hours to sit and play this video game. 50% is a nice balance. It gives us a fairly realistic interpretation of a game, of a NASCAR race rather, requiring pit stops. You have to be able to strategize, and you frankly have to survive, which is no easy task in the world of NASCAR racing. If you run 30-40 lap event, all that stuff goes off the books. So you gotta make it, 50% seems like a good round number. These races have been taking me about an hour and a half to complete. Of course, you can tell today, rather than starting deep in the field as we did at both Daytona and Rockingham, where I qualified in the low 30s, qualified 10th today. So I'm up here running with the big boys like Dale Earnhardt. Series points leader Ricky Rudd is on the outside of the front row. You can see him up there. Unfortunately, we're starting on the outside. I'd much rather be starting in 11th than 10th, to be honest. See if we can get down there early. Of course, I screwed that up. Not a good start, man. I suck so bad at starts and restarts. It's really been biting me in the ass. Should be able to get down. Nope, Michael Waltrip's going to come up, make it interesting. Got a good car, very fast in practice. It's just a matter of getting it to work. You can see it's very overcast here at Las Vegas today, which obviously makes the car a little bit slippery, especially on cold tires. Not a pretty day in Las Vegas today. Hopefully we can just get through. Oh man, a couple of cars coming on the inside there. Looks like Dale Earnhardt Jr. taking a peek. Yeah, we're going to clear him there. These guys are going to cause a little bit of trouble here. There's Daytona 500 champion Ricky Craven on the inside in the Kodiak number 41. Alright, now we can kind of get a rhythm here. No. Did not intend to pass him there. Didn't mean to get in there quite that hot. Once again, we're just in survival mode. Just like at Rockingham, my car is very good on the long runs. At least it was in practice. So I'm looking to let the tires get some heat built in them. Let them get some wear on them. Let the fuel burn off. And that's where I can kind of excel. I can outdrive the computer. Already faded back to 17th here, so we definitely need to. Waltrip really slowed down going into that corner. Got a fast car. If I can just survive, you know. In practice, there wasn't very many accidents, so I'm kind of hoping for some long green flag runs here. Of course, that means I will probably have to pit under green, which obviously we've seen my pit stops already a couple of times now in the first 2 races, if you've watched those videos, which are up on this exact same YouTube channel. Not my strong suit. Got a lot of problems with pitting. We're working on it. It's a learning process. Don't come down on me, Ricky Craven. Come on. Oh, man, Pennzoil car just jammed on the brakes, and, man, did that get me squirrely there. If you have to suddenly stop in these NASCAR race cars, the weight shifts violently forward. So you have no weight on the back of the car where the rear tires are, and the car will just come around like just instantly. Terrifying feeling. That's why you really need a force feedback wheel like the Logitech G27 that I'm using today to play this game. I don't know how you could do it with just a standard wheel. You wouldn't get that feeling of the tires breaking free, so you know when to kind of back off. Oh man, he's outside there. And Michael Waltrip really getting through 1 and 2, really getting into 1 really, really slow. I need to get by him. One of these times I'm either going to rear end him or I'm going to spin out having to jam on the brakes. Hopefully we can get him here.
Car outside. Keep low.
And I slid up just a little bit there.
Still there.
Alright, we got clear of him. Set our sights on the number 30 of Benson. Oh man, did he got in. He let off the gas too big time. Jesus, man, that was close. Got a fast car, man. I get into turn 1 really, really well. You got to jam on the brakes, though, if you got a guy in front of you. They brake check you. They're not trying to, but unintentionally they brake check you, and man, that car gets so loose so fast. And of course, aerodynamics do come into play. This is a 1.5 mile racetrack, and it's quite fast. It's not shaped like the 1.5 miles at Charlotte or Atlanta, Texas, those shapes. It's not the traditional dog leg. I don't even know what they're called, but you guys know what I'm talking about. If you've seen those racetracks, this one is fairly different. It's almost kind of like a little Michigan, a shorter Michigan by a 1/2 mile, the shape of it. I think this is also how Kansas and Chicagoland are shaped as well. They're all shaped the exact same way, that kind of curvy, that little miniature. Man, these guys, man, they let up so much going into 1. Really got to get by these guys. And I know I was preaching patience there at the beginning of the race. I'm not worried about position right now. I just don't want to fade any farther back in the pack, because that's where trouble, there's trouble back there. You're going to get in accidents if you're running back there with those guys. Hopefully we can get by Bobby Hamilton here. Terry Labonte going to clear him. Terry Labonte, of course, the 1996 rather Winston Cup champion. Him and Jeff Gordon, both Hendrick teammates that year, had a great battle for the championship. That was the year that Terry Labonte ran, set the record for longest active streak. 513 races or something in a row. Think about that for a minute. My God, that's insane. It was the Iron Man. He had a cool paint scheme to celebrate that. It was, well, it looked like iron. His car was all painted up like it was made out of like iron with like rivets and stuff. It was really cool.
Outside. Clear.
Ryan Newman right ahead of him. Looks like he's not running particularly well today. It's a little bit slow. If I can get Terry going into 1 here, see if I can outbrake him. Ooh, slid up just a little bit. Man, I had to jump over and catch that car. That will take 10th spot. Way too early to worry about tires. I believe it's going to be really interesting fuel strategy here, because we're so close to being able to make it on 1 stop. But what's going to happen is the computer probably is going to come in early because of tire wear. And if I stay out to try and stretch the fuel mileage, what'll happen is they will become just so much faster on new tires. But we'll see how that shakes out. It's a long ways away from having to worry about that, of course. I drive this track slightly differently than the computer. I brake way early going into 3, which allows me to really hammer the gas coming up at the apex of the 3rd and 4th turn. Gives me really good speed down that long front straightaway. Computer dives in much faster, but they're not able to get back on the gas nearly as fast. Turning pretty consistent laps right now, which ain't bad considering I'm in traffic. Been in traffic pretty much the entire race. See if Jimmy Johnson gonna give me the inside. See if we can get by him for 9th spot. Yeah, if we can brake a bit early so we don't slide up into him.
Still there. Still there.
Get so much more momentum up on the outside if you try passing on the outside. You really got to pinch the car off if you're down low. You don't want to slide up into him. See what I mean? I get such good drive coming off of 4.
Clear outside.
Get him here. Might try it.
Outside.
A couple of battery sponsorships right there in a row. Bobby Labonte in the Interstate number 18. Jeff Bodine in the Excite number 7. I was always an Excite guy. A big part of that was because of how cool Jeff Bodine's car looked. I love the paint scheme on that number 7.
Still there. Clear.
Now, I know that's mostly because I'm an artistic guy. You know, I do graphic design for a living. So I've always been interested in stuff that looks good, stuff that's aesthetically pleasing, even though that's basically the exact same thing. Interstate might be, I'm sure Interstate is just as good a product as Excite, but I just like the way the Excite looks. So that's what I've always bought. Really shows the impact that sponsorship can have on a consumer. It does work, guys, trust me. DuPont is the only paint I would ever put on my car.
32.498. Deep low. Still there.
Even though I'm sure PPG is just as good.
Deep low.
Haven't cleared him yet.
Deep low. Still there.
I believe that is 6th spot is mine.
Clear.
All right, we're getting to a point where we can just kind of sit and ride. Look, we're already 20 laps into this race, guys. This is flying by. Look how dirty my windshield is already. A lot of grime on here. I've been right behind guys. Ricky Craven is our next target in the 32. Ricky Craven pops up in the game twice. Again, the reason that is I wanted to pick the best looking race cars, in my opinion. A couple of tied cars are going to be doing battle for position here in a little bit. Looks like Ricky in the 32 might get by 2 Rickies. Ricky Craven in the 32 will get by Ricky Rudd in the 10. Never realized that until just now. They're both Ricky. Come on, Craven, get by him. Goodyear blimp towards the top there. Bad weather in the skies is going to scare the Goodyear blimp out. It is up doing its job.
Clear.
Gloomy day, but it's not that cold. 64 degrees. I think this race is run in February in real life, so it's not too bad for February. Nope, and of course, as soon as I get a run, he's going to pull out. He's going to try and make a pass, isn't he? Yeah, Ricky Craven is really slowing us down right now. Really nice to get by him. Maybe we'll get him going into turn number 1. Yeah, I might get a little bit of a run here.
33.213 outside.
We're going to clear him without much difficulty, it looks like. Nice pass. He backed off and let us go. 5th place is ours. Man, look at the lead Darrell Waltrip has built up already. Starting to see some lap cars already up there. My guess is that's Mr. Net Zero. And who's the other Yahoo that's always going slow? Oh, the Remington car. Those guys are just terrible. I should swap them out for guys that can at least compete a little bit. Shouldn't be going a lap down in 23 laps, should you? I don't know how realistic, how fast guys go down laps at Vegas in real life, but man, 23 laps in and you're already got the leader in your rear view mirror? Come on, guys.
Clear.
Yeah, Waltrip's going to catch him on lap 25. He'll probably catch him. Oh, chance to get at Dale Earnhardt here. Boy, he wanted to come down, didn't he? Not going to try and pass Tony Stewart here, though.
Still there. there. You're in fourth.
Probably could have drove it in really hard there and gotten by Stewart as well, but it's just too early to risk. You can see what I was talking about on the pace lap there, that the car has started to kind of work its way in for me. You get 20 laps on the tires, and my car just doesn't fade as much as the computer car does. Second place, man. We are flying right now. Yep, it's net zero in Remington. Who would have guessed that? You guys are just terrible.
Okay, you're in second.
I don't know what these guys' problem is. Yeah, it's all in the driver's ratings. I should just go in and adjust their driver ratings. They must be set at the absolute minimum. I mean, look at how fast I gained on that guy. He's just terrible.
Clear outside.
Should get this guy. Don't come down on me, dude. Thank you. Right on by him. Finally, we can use the entire racetrack. Feels like it's been forever. All right, Darrell Waltrip, the leader, 1.07 seconds ahead of us right now. Let's just get in a groove and reel him in. DW. Bet a lot of NASCAR fans only know him from his time in the announcer's booth. But man, when I started watching TW, it was a driver. I started watching NASCAR full-time in 1995. So Waltrip's best days were behind him. He was an owner driver at that point, driving the number 17 Western, well, the car you see in the game, the number 17 Western Auto car. He just wasn't very good. You know, when you get to a certain age, yeah, you're just not competitive. I mean, he'd have a couple of weeks where he'd be a top 10, top 15 car. But never really in contention to win. And things really, really fell apart for him fast. When he got into like 97, 98, he was just not very competitive at all. Man, I already gained a half second on him. My car is hooked up, guys. Hooked up. John Deere car up there. Chad Little, he's another guy that needs a bump in his driver skill. Yeah, so I guess my goal is to get to lap number 68. That would make it a one-stop race. We'll see how that pans out. That is really going to be stressing. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him.
9-1-3, car outside. Still there.
Yep, flew right by him. First place. We are leading on lap number 30. Haven't officially led a lap yet. Of course, that happens at the start-finish line. That pass happened well after that into turn 1. If we can get by him. Outside, maybe? Nope, we're just not going to risk it. That might have cost me the lead again, too. Nah, I got him. He's way back there. Thanks a lot, Chad Little, for coming down on me. All right, we've led a lap for the third race in a row. That's 15 bonus points we've accumulated so far just by leading. Of course, we don't have any serious aspirations to win a championship my first year back playing this game. But I'm going for a top 20 finish. 15 points. That might make the difference between 21st and 19th. Who knows at the end of the year. Lead those laps, get up front, stay out of trouble, finish the race. We finished both races this year. Neither one on the lead lap, but that's kind of my goal. Looks like the sun has come out a little bit now. That's kind of my goal here in week number 3 is to finish the race, finish on the lead lap, top 15 finish maybe? Now I know what you're saying by that, by saying, Ryan, you were fastest in practice. Why would you want to settle for a top 15 finish? Just so much can go wrong. And I've been making a lot of mistakes over the first 2 weeks, not respecting the guys around me. Just making dumb little errors. Rockingham had a very fast car there. Screwed up. Almost all the accidents were my fault. Definitely wrecked Johnny Benson in the Pennzoil car. I can see that clearly. I think Dale Earnhardt, the time I got together with him last week, could have gone either way. That was as much his fault as mine, I think. But Johnny Benson, that accident was clearly my fault. But hey, I'm learning, right? already opened up a 1.06 lead over second place Darrell Waltrip. We're going to need as big a cushion as we can possibly get here for that pit stop, which is almost guaranteed to be a disaster. My goal as far as making a pit stop is to not overshoot my pit, which I have done every single goddamn time so far. I always go too far forward, and then I can't get the G27 shifter to go into reverse. I don't know if the on the G27 to hit reverse you have to press down and go into what is normally 6th gear. The G27 is a default 6-speed shifter. You got to press down to make that work. And I can never get it to go into down. I don't know if the spring that pushes it down and engages the reverse gear is getting soft or what. My G27 is 4 or 5 years old now, and it has seen a ton of abuse between American Truck Simulator, which you can find those videos on the site, thousands of laps on NASCAR racing, and iRacing too. Plus games like Gran Turismo is what I use this for Gran Turismo when I play that on the PlayStation 3. This G27 has been shifted a lot. And it's also survived a couple of moves now too, so that's never good for electronics to be moved. And I take pretty good care of my stuff. Looks like Ernie Irvin and the Haviland coming up here. I don't know. He should be running better than this. Yeah, you move electronics, and no matter how much care you take of them, anything that's made out of plastic and stuff too, which is what the G27 is, it's a great wheel for the money. But I mean, all the components are plastic, the base is plastic, the clamps are plastic, all that stuff. It's just not meant to be picked up and moved all that often. But hey, my wife got a job in Dallas, I had no choice but to move, and here we are. So I'm curious as to what everybody thinks as far as the view display that I've been making these videos on. I did the Daytona 500 race, the first race of the season, of course, where we came home 32nd, I think. I just posted that one from the TV view entirely, and unfortunately my audio didn't capture for that race at all, so that one is just, it's like watching a NASCAR race on TV. Probably pretty boring to watch, given that I'm not talking on it. Or maybe some of you can't stand the sound of my Minnesota voice, and you love the fact that you can't hear me there, so there's that too. But I guess what I'm looking for from you guys in the comments, do you like the picture-in-picture view of the cockpit in the upper right-hand corner? Kind of like how Rockingham was done. I think that's how I'm going to do this one when I post it. Or would you rather have just the straight-up cockpit view, or just the TV view with the commentary? I think it's pretty dull without the commentary. I mean, you can mute me. You won't be able to hear the race audio then either, but just let me know. I really need some feedback on what you guys are looking for in these videos, because I love making them for you. I'm having so much fun playing this game. I'm really into the YouTube channel right now. It's just so much fun to produce these videos. Of course, a lot of the videos I've been posting lately have centered around American Truck Simulator. Just rolled over my 30th hour playing that game. Unbelievable when you think about it. $20 for that game off of Steam. It's just so good. It's the same shit over and over again, but for whatever reason, it just really gets its hooks into you. I just can't get enough of it. I'm pretty excited because I'm going to try to bring some new games to you guys. Not new. It's actually a really old game, but new to the YouTube channel. I'm gonna get back into playing some Flight Simulator. Microsoft Flight Simulator X, which I was really into 5-6 years ago, coming up on the DHL car here. Hopefully he just lets me go, because we are flying right now. 4.5 second lead over second place Darrell Waltrip.
Keep low. Clear outside.
Yeah, anyways, I'm going to get back into playing some Flight Simulator. I ordered a second Wheel Stand Pro to hook my SciTech instruments up. I've got the Cessna flight yoke, the Cessna rudder pedals. I've got the switch panel from SciTech. I've got the radio stack, and I think I've got one more, but I can't remember what it is. Maybe it was just those two. But I'm excited to get back into that stuff because, man, I really love flying airplanes. For the longest time, when I was going to art school all the way back in I'm going to date myself here, 1995, I was about to graduate. It was a 2-year program, so I was going to graduate in the spring of 96, or spring of 97, rather. And all my friends were out looking for art jobs, and all I could think about was how much I wanted to be a pilot. And my dream goal at that point, now granted, I was 20 years old at this point, so cut me some slack. I wanted to get a job at a company as an artist that was in need of a pilot. And those things do exist. There are some companies that do a lot of flying, newspapers in particular. There was a small newspaper called the Fargo Forum, based out of, you guessed it, Fargo, North Dakota. 5.5 second lead now. We're flying, guys. We're gaining a second a lap on Darrell Waltrip. Trouble will be what ends us, though. Probably led 20 laps already now. Anyway, the Fargo Forum had a private pilot. He was just on call. That was his goal, is to fly reporters wherever the news is. And North Dakota's a pretty big state, so he would fly if there was like a big story out in the western part of the state. Fargo, of course, is located in the eastern part. What the hell did that guy just say? I was too busy yakking. Anyway, so yeah, he'd jet him around. If there was a story out in Montana or something like that, they would use this pilot that was on call. So my goal was to find something similar like that, like get with a company that needed something like that, and hopefully pay for my flight training. Well, imagine this. That stuff just doesn't exist. It didn't happen. There was nothing out there, especially in the limited market of North Dakota. Not a lot of people in North Dakota. Less people obviously equals a less opportunity. But yeah, anyways, circling back around to my original point, I've always loved airplanes. I've always wanted to get my private pilot, multi-engine pilot, hell, even the commercial pilot. Definitely instrument rating is in there too. I really wanted to fly airplanes. When I was a kid, my dad had a private pilot. My dad is a farmer, as some of you probably know, as a farmer. So he had a private pilot's license when I was a kid. So hopping in a little airplane and going up in the skies and flying over western Minnesota didn't seem like that. That was just something we did, to go up and like look at the crops and see how everything is growing, what's working, where is stuff not growing, where are there a bunch of weeds. You get such a unique perspective from the sky. So my dad had the private pilot's license, so him and a bunch of his other farmer buddies owned their own airplane. And don't get like too impressed by that, because it was like a very tiny little Piper called a Piper Cub. It's kind of like Piper's version of the Cessna. No, it wasn't a Cub, it was, I can't remember what it was. It wasn't a Cub. The Cub is a really small airplane, like a single-seater airplane. But it was bigger than that. It was like Piper's version of the Cessna 172, which is Cessna's entry-level airplane. The only Cessna smaller than that is the 152. Rusty Wallace a lap down. Didn't Rusty Wallace start up front?
4, 8.
Get him on the outside here? I think we are. Yeah, my car's really working well right now. If you can pass the guy on the outside. Hope I didn't almost slide up on him there. Harvick.
Outside. Keep low.
Slide right by Harvick.
Clear.
Yeah, you know, I can make it to my fuel window, but the computer cars are going to start pitting here. So what do we do, guys? Do we try and stretch the fuel mileage? That's the million-dollar question right now. We've got a 7.66 lead right now. I don't know what to do. The car just isn't that bad. I mean, I can make it to that fuel window. 68 laps takes us to well past the halfway point. Not well past, but enough laps past that I would feel safe pitting then. That's 16 laps away, though, and look at these tires. They are not exactly fresh. That right front tire is already in the yellow. Man, I mean, it's handling decently. I've lost about a second off my best lap. I'm still gaining on Darrell Waltrip. I don't know what to do. It's a risky move. See, like I was talking earlier, that's why you have to extend these races out to at least 50%, at least 40% if you're going to have a really realistic experience playing this game. Because if you don't, pit strategy just doesn't come into play. It's like Jeff Gordon's at Joe Nemechek ahead of me. Nemechek and Gordon's cars look surprisingly similar. That's Nemechek in the Burger King car. Man, look at this mess of cars up here. Exactly what I want to avoid. Be a real kick to the nuts to crash on a lapped car when you're this fast, you know. See where I just can't. Just got to be oh so careful. Yeah, it's more dangerous when you're so much faster than the cars around you because the temptation is there to drive that car in just insanely hard. And that's where you get in trouble because the guys ahead of you are going to jam on the brakes or let off the throttle really, really fast because their cars just aren't handling as well as yours. See, Dale Jarrett here is going to, he feels the need to get around that John Deere car. Oh man, please don't wreck. Yeah, Chad Little again, man, 2 laps down now. What the hell is wrong with you guys? You could get a John Deere tractor to handle better than his car today.
34.308.
Yeah, see, but that's what I'm talking about. See Bill Elliott there? I had a decent run on him, but he came down. I knew he was going to come down, too.
Still there. Clear.
Nice and baby this car. Now we have to worry about these guys pulling off the pit here. It's going to happen. The computer is not going to try and stretch their fuel. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Which means any lap these guys can start peeling off to go in the pits.
Clear.
Which kind of makes me want to run the high side even more. Yeah, this car is really getting squirrely now. Should get a pretty good run on Sterling Marlin here on the inside. And the Morgan McClure, Kodak number 4, he won a couple of Daytona 500s in that car.
34.199. Keep high. Clear inside.
Yeah, I'm really tempted to just stay on the high side here until I clear these guys because I'm really worried that they're going to slow way down and pull off the pit, you know? It's going to happen one of these laps. Got Rick Mast on the inside in the Hooters number 1 car.
Clear inside.
Just the one tire in the yellow, though. I mean, it's still pretty decent. It's handling pretty decent right now. But I mean, obviously it's slow. I mean, we're 2 seconds off the pace from our fast lap right now. Hooters car just can't get by Jeff Bodine here. I'm going to try this on the outside here. Yeah, look, he slowed me down enough. Now we're Sterling. Now what are you doing, dude? Why is he going on the high side on me? Yep, guys, starting to pit. That's what I'm talking about, guys. I called it. Told you that was going to happen. I told you so.
34.975. Clear inside. Keep high.
Now we got to be really, really careful. These cars are going to start peeling off. 75 laps to go. This race is flying by. It's been green the entire time. I love it, because I suck at restarts and starts. Let's just drive the race car, you know. Playing it safe by riding high. Man, look how much faster I am than those cars. That's about to change here as soon as they pit. 12 laps. That's going to take me well into my fuel window. I want to get to lap 58.
Car inside. Stay high.
A little squirrely there.
Clear inside.
Wade Sadler in the M&M car.
Inside.
Looks like Dave Blaney is going to pull into pit. Whoever's in front of him, and Mark Martin in the number 6 Valvoline car. My friend Bioshock LGP's favorite driver.
34.
Heard him on the podcast a couple of times. Just one time. Now these cars are going to be wicked fast now. They're just going to blow the doors off of me. Fresh tires, man. That's the secret. I'm going to try and race these guys.
Clear inside. Car inside. Clear inside.
Or are they that much faster? Ryan Newman doesn't appear to be.
33.993.
Yeah, I know you're fast.
That car's a lap down. Stay high.
Just don't wreck me as you go by, that's all I'm asking.
Keep high. That car's a lap down. That car's a lap down. Clear.
Oh, shit.
Inside. That car's a lap down. Clear.
Yep, hit the wall.
We won't fix the damage.
Aerodynamics do come into play here.
Still there. That car's a lap down. Clear inside.
All right, every other car is pitted, but I'm sticking with, I want to get to 58.
4.
Lap 68, 4 more laps, and I can make it the entire way on the next fuel stop. Hopefully we didn't damage the car too bad with that accident there. We're not going to repair it. I think we just barely scraped the outside of the wall there.
Clear.
Already turned off, changed the damage, or repair the damage. Just going to find a nice clean spot. Pit on lap number 69. Nice!
34.251.
Man, these guys have fresh tires. They're not really that much faster than me right now, but I'm out in the open. I know!
Low on fuel. If that fuel pressure gauge starts to drop, come on in.
Car's definitely picked up a really bad push as these tires have worn down. Yeah, you can see the guy behind me is just absolutely flying. Looks like Bobby Hamilton, the STP number 43. I've just lost all of my speed right now. But that's to be expected. Old tires, you know.
That car's a lap down.
Be interesting to see how bad this bites me in the ass, because right now, second place Darrell Waltrip is on fresh tires, is probably 2 seconds faster than me right now. Maybe 1 second. But hey, fuel, man. Fuel management. Considering I'm bound to crash at some point here, I might need that one pit stop.
33.880.
3 tires in the yellow now. Car is definitely pretty sluggish right now. All right, we're gonna do this lap and we will come in on the next one. Pit. Get our fresh tires.
33.481.
Tank, full fuel tank, 2 cans of fuel, full tank. Hopefully this car behind me flies right by me and I can just let him go. We will get in the pits, change all 4 tires. Come on, dude.
That car's a lap down.
I'll petting the mellow yellow. All right.
Inside. That car's a lap down. Clear. Keep it under 45. Keep it under 3,500 in second.
All right. Here we are, guys. We are on pit road.
That car's a lap down.
45 miles an hour. Don't overshoot the pit. Don't overshoot the pit. Don't overshoot the pit.
There's the cross flag.
Halfway home.
Halfway home. 48.740.
All right. Nice and on the brakes. Don't overshoot the pit. I didn't overshoot the pit. All right. Let's see how bad the damage is here. Here we go.
Go, go, go! Limit 45. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds. Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
Be really careful not to spin the tires. Cold tires, man.
That car's a lap down.
Chad Little John Deere. All right, let's get up to speed. And looks like we're right around some of these slower lap cars. There's Rusty Wallace, who started right behind me in the race. Obviously, setup is not particularly good. Like, oh man, that got really, really loose right there. Cold tires, man. Dale Earnhardt right behind me right now. Just gonna let him go. My car is on cold tires is just not very good. It's 5 or 6 laps to build that heat back up. I do not want to spin out this late in the race, man. We're halfway home. Gonna let him go. We're in second. We lost first place.
Car inside.
9 seconds he got ahead of me? Holy shit. Bad pit stop combined with staying out too long on those old tires.
Clear. Day high.
This is for position too. This is for, I went all the way back to third here. All right, let's start chipping away at this big lead that he's got now. DW. Man, this car is squirrely on these new tires. Can't win the race if we're wrecked. 63 laps to go. We can reel him in. 9.3 seconds ahead. Let's start chipping away at this.
You're back in second.
See how fast I pulled away from Dale. Fast car today. Really fast car, but just got to navigate the lap traffic. Hopefully Rusty backs off and lets us have the spot.
Car outside. That car's a lap down.
This idiot. Growing up on a farm, I love John Deere products, but man, I'm embarrassed that this guy is representing them. Nice looking car though.
Stay low.
9.26. We got time. Nice open racetrack in front of us. We can kick back, let's set our sails, and work on getting back to the front. Got to catch Darrell Waltrip, the number 17 car. 3-time Winston Cup champion. Was he 2-time? I can't remember, to be honest. It doesn't matter.
32.71.
Shaved about 0.3 of a second off there. I wasn't paying attention, but I thought it was 9.37 that lap. 9.05. Somebody just went to pit road. Looked like the DHL car. He kind of sucks, too. Yeah, I wonder if we didn't booger up the aerodynamics just a little bit when we scraped the ball. Just turned the fastest lap of the race for me personally. So I guess the aerodynamics are fine. Just a matter of catching him. He'll slow down. Kind of looks like the weather has cleared a little bit. Love how the weather mechanic is done in this game. And that does affect the way the car handles. Now it looks like it's going to rain. No rain in the game, of course. Who the hell would want to play a racing game in a series that pauses for the rain if it had a rain mechanic on it? What are we going to do, like rain delay in the garage? I love realism, but even I ain't looking for that degree of realism. $57 laps to go. 58 58 laps to go. Jesus, what the hell's the matter right there? I never learned to read, apparently. It's like Kevin Harvick up there, lap down, at least one lap down. Open up a 2.1 second lead over Dale Earnhardt, the late great Dale Earnhardt. Man, I had a lot of fun watching him when I first got into the sport. Nobody quite like Dale Earnhardt. Big loss to everybody that was a fan of the sport, even if you didn't like the guy. When he crashed in 2001. It was such a weird day because me and my friends, we were living up in Fargo at the time. We watched the race, and of course back then there was no Twitter. I don't even think there was Facebook. So there was really no... The only online presence was NASCAR.com if you were going to go for that stuff. I guess maybe AOL Messenger. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make here is the information was not instantaneous. So we just saw the wreck happen. We heard Darrell Waltrip rather, make an offhand comment about, oh, I hope Dale's okay, because obviously he was very excited and was all choked up because his younger brother Michael had just won the Daytona 500, his first NASCAR Winston Cup Series victory. So he was caught up in the moment. Just an offhand remark about, I hope Dale's okay. And we just all assumed that he was, because the safety of NASCAR Winston Cup stock cars, they've got a great track record. If you look back at some of the accidents that have been caught on film at NASCAR events, I'm thinking Rusty Wallace's crashes at restrictor plate tracks in particular have been unbelievably violent. We gonna get in here? I'm just gonna back off. I'm not in that big of a hurry. We've got time, 55 laps to go. I'm not gonna run the risk of running into the back of Kevin Harvick here. He's a rookie in this car, apparently. See if we can get underneath him here. But anyway, NASCAR Winston Cup cars have had such a tremendous safety record over the years, and then Earnhardt's crash didn't look like it was that bad. You know, he just kind of got bumped by Sterling Marlin, who was driving the Coors Light car at the time, the 40 car. It just didn't look that bad. And what happened is me and my friends, we went out to lunch after that and came back, and the NASCAR coverage was still on. This is like 2 hours later, and we're like, what the hell is the deal here? Why is NASCAR getting this much publicity, even in its biggest event, which was the Daytona 500? It shouldn't be on 2 hours after the finish. And then, of course, the announcer, can't remember who it was, but mentioned that, yeah, we lost Dale Earnhardt. We're like, holy shit. What a huge blow to the sport. It just hasn't been the same since then. I think that's a big part of the reason my interest in it diminished. We are slowly but surely, we're catching about 2/10 of a second a lap. I wish it was 2 seconds a lap. But yeah, huge blow to the sport. Earnhardt was such a stark contrast to guys like Jeff Gordon. And I know I've mentioned this on other race broadcasts, but such a unique guy. You know, he really... he was that like old school moonshine runner, kind of southern boy. A lot of the contemporary drivers today are just PR. They can drive race cars, don't get me wrong. They're very talented. But they're just walking. Everything that comes out of their mouth is a PR bullet point. While Dale Earnhardt had no filter. I mean, if he felt something about another driver or a situation, or NASCAR even, he just came out and said it. And that's part of the reason, probably the biggest reason that he was so beloved. That and the fact that he just ran guys off the racetrack. I've never seen anybody intentionally wreck guys to win a race and just have the guy that got wrecked just be like, shrug his shoulders and be like, yep, that's Earnhardt. He just got away with all that shit, and that's part of his charisma, you know. I like Earnhardt Jr. too, but it's to compare those two, and that's not fair to Earnhardt Jr. either. I mean, completely different era, completely different driver, completely different style, completely different human being. Which is why I'm not that disappointed or shocked in Dale Earnhardt Jr. that he hasn't won a championship or hasn't seriously competed for one.
That car's a lap down.
That and the goddamn chase rules. I hate the chase with a passion. Man, I'm not catching Darrell Waltrip as fast as I'd like to. That pit stop was really bad. I might need that pit strategy to win this race, guys. I've got enough fuel to last. I don't know if DW does. We'll soon find out. Net zero getting lapped again. Imagine that. 32.991. And he really had a bad corner there. I was very apprehensive about trying to pass him, but it looked like in the apex of the corner, Mike Bliss in the net zero car just stopped. Joe Nemechek is up next here. We'll see how much I gained on DW that lap. I think I've got second pretty much wrapped up. I'm pulling away from Dale Earnhardt. Not really gaining on DW right now, though. A little bit. Lap traffic definitely going to be a factor if this thing stays green. Be an even bigger factor if it stays yellow because everybody's going to get stacked up.
Car outside.
Which is almost a sure thing that I will crash. That's just where I'm at in my career right now.
Clear outside.
I just don't have enough time to practice to get good at this game. I mean, I record these videos. That takes me an hour and a half a week. I qualify, I do a little bit of the happy hour practice, I do a little bit of the proper practice. I'm probably sinking maybe 3 hours a week into this video game. I just don't have time to commit more to that right now. I'd like to get better. I mean, I'd like to... I don't need to be winning every single week, and I would find that to be a turn off if I was winning every single week, because that means the difficulty is set too low, and where's the fun in that? You know, you want to be competitive, you want to compete. That's the whole point. You want to race against guys that have, it's a challenge to beat them. That's the whole point of doing this. My dad has actually been to Winston Cup race out in Las Vegas on this track, and I think this is the track that he did the Richard Petty experience. Now, he didn't drive the car, but he was like a passenger on it. He said it's actually absolutely shit-your-pants terrifying to be in these race cars. The bumps, the noise, the shaking, the feeling of the ass end of the car sliding out on you, and he's not driving it. I would love to try the Richard Petty experience, but man, I'd need a change of shorts after that, I think. Sim racing is one thing, and it's not necessarily the fear of crashing and getting injured that makes me apprehensive to do it. Obviously, the price is the main reason why I can't do it. That'd be hard to sell Katie, my wife, on that. Hey, Katie, I need $5,000. Why? Because I'm going to drive a race car for 10 laps. Anyways, I would be more apprehensive about bending the car up and having the Richard Petty driving experience hate my guts and be blacklisted from that the rest of my life. Not scared of getting hurt because I trust. I'm not trying to be Mr. Machismo there by saying that. I just trust the safety equipment, especially at the reduced speeds that those cars run at. I think they're detuned race cars. They're not making 750 horsepower like the legit Winston Cup cars did, or are. I don't know if that's what Winston Cup cars still make. Obviously not Winston Cup anymore, Sprint Cup, or Nextel Cup. I can't even keep track anymore. That's how out of it I am. It'll always be Winston Cup to me. Man, we really caught Darrell Waltrip. I wasn't paying attention. Now it's down to 4.51 seconds. What is going to happen, man? 40 laps to settle this thing. Can I keep my nose clean for 41 more laps? Stay tuned. Slide by Ward Burton on the outside.
Inside.
See what I was talking about earlier, that the computer gets to the apex of the corner and they just, I don't know if they just don't get a lot of grip or what, but
33, still there.
Again, the difficulty here is at 95%, so I mean, it's not like I'm racing against full-on cup level competition here, but I felt like this was a good balance between being competitive and being realistic. If this series is popular and people watch the videos, and if I can manage to finish a full racing season without breaking the game disc out of frustration, I would crank it up to like 96% next year and then maybe 97 the next. I've got a couple of mods for this series too. I've got the Aero War, which recreates the 1988 season. So you're talking about like Ford Thunderbirds, Chevy Monte Carlos, the old school Monte Carlo like from the 80s. And like Pontiac Grand Prix and cars like that. Buick Grand National. Oldsmobile was in there too, I think. So those cars are really nice looking. That's a lot of fun. I've got that mod. I've played that quite a bit. Maybe run a Game-Block the Cabinet sponsored car for that next year. Would you guys be into that? The Cabinet, of course, is Game-Block's retro page and podcast and stuff. So it would be fitting to run a car based in 1988, at least the computer version of 1988, with that retro cabinet logo. Sound off in the comments if you guys are interested in something like that. And be sure to check out GameBlock.com. Your clicks count, they mean a lot. I'm not doing this for money. I just like to know that people are checking out my stuff. Let me know. Feedback on Twitter at RyHamner, of course. You've seen that up on your screen multiple times today. Let me know what you think. Even if it's, hey dude, your article is a piece of bullshit, log off forever. Let me know. I mean, it's nice to know that people are taking the time to read and tell me what I'm doing right, tell me what I'm doing wrong. I'm always looking to improve. I'm probably doing something wrong by trying to pack Rick Mast here. Pass Rick Mast is hard to say when you really get going there. 2.2 seconds, 2.02 seconds ahead now. Really reeled the DW. I can see him up there. 1, 2, 3. He's hung up behind. God, is that goddamn Net Zero car again? Really opened up a lead on Taylor, or 10.58 seconds behind now. Got a legit chance of winning this thing, even without the pit strategy. But you guys saw how much ground I lost in the pits there, just because I'm too passive when it comes to getting on and off pit road. So I mean, if pit strategy alone, just by skipping the pit so I don't lose 15 seconds of on-track time, is a win-win for me. We're probably going to have to implement that all season long, trying to extend our pits out to try and take advantage of that, you know. Cleared Rick Mast finally. Next up is Mark Martin. He is stuck behind slow-ass John Deere car, so I'm not even going to try and... Oh, Rick Mast, what are you doing, dude?
Keep low. Still there.
Not the time or place to do that. Especially with a guy who's got a shot at winning the race. Maybe. Play and just jinx it. I'd knock on wood, but I can't take my hands off the steering wheel right now. Alright, DW is one car ahead of me right now. Good tire wear today. 3 laps on this set of tires and load of fuel, which is already burned down to 11 gallons. Plenty of gas to get to the finish line. I don't know if Waltrip is going to have the same, though. He might be close. I mean, he could probably 5 or 6 laps ahead of me. It looks like I've got 4 extra laps for the fuel. This situation right here is what's going to get me. I'm so bad when they get side by side. I get nervous and I get anxious and I want to get by these guys, and then I end up rear-ending them. Holy shit! What are you doing, Haviland car? Is he gonna pit? He is gonna pit.
That car's a lap down. Car inside. The next car.
How much damage I did? Didn't do any damage there. They gave him a caution for that?
The yellow flag is out.
Oh,
Let's go. Race back to the line. Okay, we're
That is not good.
270. We got a wreck on the front stretch.
What the hell happened there? Why was there a wreck?
You're back in the lead.
I don't know what to do here. I almost have to pit.
Whoa, 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 slow down.
Well, things just got interesting. Was that because I rear-ended Ernie Irvan? What the hell was he doing there, though? What do I do here?
Pit road is
open? Is that what he said? Oh, might as well go in. We're going to need the fresh tires.
Keep it under 3,500 in second.
Well, shit just got interesting. I needed that not to happen. Well, we'll repair the damage, and that is not good. I'm not going to repair the damage.
3.698.
No, we're not.
We're going to fix that damage.
I don't want to risk it.
We won't fix the damage. The pace cars in turn 1.
Man, this is going to be ugly getting out of here.
The pace cars in turn 2. Go, go, go!
Try to get out of here without these guys running me over.
3,500 in second. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Stay behind the 1 car.
All right, well. This is going to be interesting. Mentioned how many times now that I suck at starts and restarts, so this is basically the last thing that I needed to have happen. Not good. Not good at all. Build some heat up in the tires. I don't know if this actually works in the game or not, but man, we had our pit strategy down. Shit! That sucks. I must have got in the back of Ernie Irvan, I guess, and looks like these guys are all lapped down, huh?
1 minute.
Looks like Waltrip is up front.
748.
This is gonna be interesting. I don't know why he's out front, but 24 cars on the lead lap. Oh man, retired. Yeah, it looked like Ernie Irvan must have. Man, I just barely tapped him. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it on the replay or not. What the hell happened there? Why was there a yellow flag? Not good for us, though. I'm not going to cry if I don't get the win. I just want to finish. I'm worried about a crash now. You know? God, I was reeling him in, too. Not good. Second spot now. Lap cars on the inside. Gotta hope it's a slow one, I guess. Hit strategy out the window. More fresh tires, though. There is that. Power's running fine on the tires it had, though. God damn it, that sucks. I probably caused that caution, too. I don't know. I just barely tapped him. What the hell? I've gotten spun out a bunch of times and not gotten a caution. That's bullshit.
We're going green next time by.
Man, this is a hot mess right here. This is gonna be just a disaster.
1 minute 35.
It's gonna be a disaster.
Stay behind the 17 car on the outside line.
Yeah, we're the leader, or we're in second spot, but the leader is buried deep in the field. Oh man. Gonna be just a mess. 28 laps to go. All those cars in front of Darrell Waltrip are on the tail end of the lead lap, is why that happened. This is going to get ugly. Gotta get down to the inside as fast as possible. Survive 28 laps. I could do it, right? Probably not. Probably not. Probably lost most laps led to DW now too. All right, here we go. Please, 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 car, handle just decently. I just want to get down to the inside. I don't want to wreck. I'm not looking for the win here. I want the win, of course, but I'd rather finish on the lead lap.
Going green.
Because I know if I spin out, I'm not going to get the caution. Ernie Everett gets tapped on the front stretch. He gets a caution, but this is going to be just a mess.
Green, green, green. The next car is the leader. Car inside. 1 minute 30.628. Clear inside. That car is a lap down.
Oh man, my car just absolutely slid up the racetrack there. So loose right now. Lost second spot. Gotta get by Pennzoil car. Not gonna do it.
Still there.
Car is so squirrely on these cold tires. Look at it dance around. My God. Constantly playing catch up on it. It's so loose right now.
Keep high. 34.362.
Biding my time. It's all right. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. What a mess. Look at that group of cars in front of us. 26 laps to go. Buckle up, guys. Helicopter in the sky. Might get Jeff Bodine here. We'll let this all sort itself out. But I got guys coming up behind me. Really don't have time to wait with 26 laps to go. Just got to keep Darrell Waltrip within my sights. I'm more worried about getting run over from behind right now. Boy, that could have been a disaster there. Hard on the brakes. Surprised I didn't smoke the brakes. Man, I am pushing and loose at the same time right now. It's not even possible. Oh man, I think Earnhardt Jr. got into me there. That's what I'm talking about getting run over from behind. I don't know if the computer guys like amp it up as it get close to the end or what, but Earnhardt Jr. definitely got into me. At least I think it was. Red car in the bumper. Of course I can't. I'm only seeing the cockpit cam here. So if you're watching on the TV cam, I haven't seen that yet. I'll see it later.
Clear. Outside. Clear outside.
Fifth spot. Get by Bodine here.
You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Outside. 32.5.
I want to get by these guys. It's a goddamn disaster waiting to happen here. Oh man, another yellow flag? Shit.
Back to the line. Keep low. We got trouble in turn 1. Stay low. Clear. Outside. Still there. Pit road is closed. Clear outside.
Gonna get Dale Earnhardt.
Okay, we're under caution. Catch up to the end of the pacing line. 32.501. Stay behind the 3 car. Okay, we're back in third. Keep hustling. Back in third.
Oh man, how about that, huh? The drama, the excitement, NASCAR Racing 2003 season.
Pit road is now open.
Two laps to go. 22 laps to go. God damn it, I did good on that restart too. Well, I did accept it. Let's not break my arm patting myself on the back there. I slid back to 6th, I think. It's not too bad. 3rd, 2nd to 6th. Baby steps. Baby steps. Steven Kinzer and Dale Jarrett are each a lap down. God damn it. Yeah, Dale Jr. got into me for sure. Somebody got into me. I think it was Dale Jr. Yeah, probably, I'm guessing 16 laps to go here by the time we go green. Shit is about to get real. Shit's about to get real, guys. I could be pissed off that that caution and the caution before it, arguably caused by me, ruined my chances at winning the race. But you know what? I'm not, because I need to learn how to do starts and restarts. And what better way than on camera with the stakes high? So, yeah, I mean, this is why I'm doing this, is to learn. I don't expect to win the third race of my return to NASCAR Racing 2003 season. It'd be nice, especially after having clearly the fastest car on the racetrack today, but it's probably not going to happen. 20 laps to go.
Minute 35.
Jeff Bodine right behind me.
2, 7.
I don't know what happened there. Like Rusty Wallace got in an accident. Rusty Wallace started on the inside row behind me, so he would have started 11th spot today. Rough day for him. He's all the way back to 32nd. Jimmy Johnson, bad day. Chad Little. Looks like Chad Little and Rusty Wallace maybe got together. Maybe Mark Martin. A lot of guys got in wrecks today. Ernie Irvin retired. He must have jammed on the brakes because his car had some kind of problem. That's why he was pitting. I thought guys were pitting way too early there. God, I'm faster than both these guys. Son of a bitch. Hopefully Chad Little dogs it like he's been dogging it all day, and I can get down on the inside and try and reel these two in. It's gonna be tough. It takes a good 10 laps to get my car to what it needs to be, to where the fall off isn't nearly as dramatic as the computer cars are. So if Darrell Walter builds up any kind of a lead, I'm not going to be able to catch him at that point. See the skid marks from the wreck there. One of the wrecks. I think that's the first wreck. Now look at those photorealistic fans out in the crowd. That's some good graphics there. It's not supposed to be good graphics. It's a racing simulator. Who the hell cares what the crowd looks like?
Stay on the outside line.
I mean, how realistic does it need to be? Do you want them spending computer resources, taking the time to process a good-looking crowd, or do you want the game to perform well? I want the latter. All right, so it's not Chad Little. It was Quaker State guy. I was hoping it was Chad Little because he's been noticeably slow. I might have gotten out ahead of him, been able to drop down onto the inside line. That's not going to happen now. You saw how squirrely my car was in that last restart. It just shot right up the racetrack in the first turn. So we definitely don't want that to happen again. 19 laps, going to be 18 laps to go at the finish line. What's going to happen? Are we going to finish the race? Are we going to finish on the lead lap? Are we going to crash and burn like we did at Rockingham at Daytona? Probably the latter. Been fun though. I've had a lot of fun recording this today.
Get ready now. Going green.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. What's going to happen? I want to know. That's going to happen. Another bad start.
That car's lapped out. Car inside. 1 minute 30.96. 4. Still there.
I just cannot keep it in the groove on these cold tires.
Inside. The yellow flag is
Another
out.
caution? Are you serious?
To the line. Car inside. Keep high. We got a wreck in turn 1. We got trouble.
It's like a big wreck behind us, man. There's not going to be any laps left here at the end.
We got trouble in turn 2.
I see no point in racing these guys. They're all lapped down. Like maybe Bodine and the guys right behind me got in an accident, huh? All right, let off the gas. Hey, guys behind me, slow the F down. A-holes. Third place, yeah, I think the guys behind me must have wrecked. Bodine and, yeah, Jeff Bodine, he dropped from 4th all the way back to off my leaderboards. He must have been in the accident. Good to know that I'm not the only one that sucks at restarts. I noticed that when I looked up in my rear view mirror that all those guys behind me, there was just this massive gap. I'm like, what the hell happened there? Something bad happened to Jeff Bodine, that's what happened.
Pit road is now open.
Jeff Bodine. Hell, you're not even on my list. Hey, back to 19th. Bad day for the Exide Batteries car. He's been a front runner all day, that guy. But it was Net Zero's fault. I just blame him for everything at this point.
57.
Not very fast.
3-1.
God, this race was clean for the first. And when was the first caution? The race was probably clean for almost 100 laps, and now we've gotten to this point, and now we can't stay clean. I wonder if we'll get down to the point where it'll be a single file restart here. Probably not. I can't see us being under caution for 6 laps here. No need to conserve fuel, but just trying to pick up some good habits here. Put it in 4th gear as I motor around the racetrack. Net Zero. Now, I was running a practice race a couple of days ago, just trying to work up my skills, and I did get in an accident with Ricky Rudd, who was directly behind me in the tied number 10. So I'm still a little bit nervous about being around him. I haven't forgiven him yet. Jesus, I'm holding a grudge against a computer character. That's where I'm at the age of 39. What the fuck is wrong with me? Laps to go.
1 minute 35.059.
Yeah, 23 guys on the lead lap. Man, look at all the cars that aren't even running anymore. Mike Bliss and Ted Musgrave, the 2 guys that I mock and ridicule all the time, the Net Zero and the Remington car. They're so goddamn slow that there's a guy that's had a couple guys that have had accidents that they haven't passed yet. What the hell? Guys, I've got to tell you about something. I'm really, really late to the party on this, but over the weekend I discovered the FX original show Archer, which I have publicly mocked and ridiculed on Twitter for at least a couple of years, saying how stupid it was, how grown adults should not be watching cartoons. Over the weekend I discovered Archer, and I am completely reborn. It is the funniest show next to maybe Always Sunny in Philadelphia on TV right now. Apologies to Modern Family, which I don't even watch anymore because I just assumed that was starting to fall off a little bit. Archer is where it's at. I freaking love Archer. I've never laughed so hard. I burned through the entire first season. Granted, that's only 10 episodes. Over the weekend, I watched it nonstop yesterday.
We're going green.
It's a great show.
Okay, we're on
I'm big time into that right now.
1 minute 34.6.
14 laps to go. What's gonna happen? Jeff Gordon on the inside. What is gonna happen? Can we finish in the top 5? Can we win the race? Can we crash and finish on the end of the lead lap? Or maybe not even on the lead lap. So many unanswered questions. Actually, just those 3. Relatively clean day today. I just scraped the wall the 1 time. Other than that, I mean, I've stayed out of trouble all afternoon. Bumped Ernie Irvin, I guess. Might have caused the first caution. I don't know. You guys will be able to see on the video, on the TV feed, what exactly happened there. Don't know if I did it or not. I know I made contact with him. But again, he just jammed on his brakes going into the pits. Christ, I don't know, dude. Didn't even hit him hard enough to bang up my own car. The damage was from previous when I hit the wall, so I don't know. Whatever. All right, here we go. Going to be 13 laps to go at the line. We are almost at the end of the UAW Daimler Chrysler 200, of course. Half 50% race. Jeff Gordon is a couple laps down. So is Steve Kinser and Ward Burton behind him. Are they going to let me get down to the inside?
Green, green, green.
Oh man, I spun the tires there. I really spun the tires there. That car just completely spun the tires. I definitely won't be winning this race. Oh man, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing, Ricky Rudd? What the hell were you doing? What was he doing? I have no idea what happened there. Ah, shit. I don't know what happened there, but that was Wreck City. I spun the tires and faded all the way back to the field, and disaster at that point. 16th spot. We're all boogered up. I don't know how bad the damage is. I don't know what to do here. Hit and fix it? I don't know. I don't know how bad it is. I have no idea. I can't see from the cockpit. Ricky Rudd just kind of appeared on my screen, and from there on out it was Wreck City. Well, that answers the question. It is the inevitable wreck. I don't know what to do now. I don't know what to do. Is there any sense in fixing it? How bad are the tires? Tires are fine. I don't know. I'll stay out for right now and just see how many guys are going to pit. Shit, I'm going to pit and fix it, see what happens.
Limit 45.
Keep me in 16th to 22nd. Might as well make sure all the tires are up. God damn it.
Watch that speed now. Keep it on.
I don't know. I have no idea what happened there. I just saw nothing but Ricky Rudd in the left side of my windshield. He was right behind me. I spun my tires on the restart. Car started dancing all over the place.
The pace cars in turn 1.
There you go. NASCAR Racing 2003 season.
The pace cars
Simultaneously the greatest and worst video game ever created. Son of a bitch.
The pace cars on the back straight.
'22nd position. Well,
go! Keep it under 45.
Single file restart this time. Of course, that screws me over on this because
in turn 3.
Now we're gonna have lap cars everywhere.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
Damn it.
Stay behind the well car.
And Ricky Rudd. I told you guys, Ricky Rudd. I don't know what the hell his problem is, but he wrecked me in a practice race a couple of nights ago, and he gets me again here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Spun the tires. Garbage after that. I don't know how bad the car is. Scraped one of my cars up in practice here. Damaged the rear end, and it was just loose as hell. So if that happened again, I don't think I did a ton of damage to the car here. But we're going to drive like a maniac and hopefully get up to, I don't know, 15th, I guess would be probably about the best we can hope for. Going to be hard not to smack Ricky Rudd on the way by if I catch him.
We got just 10 more to go.
God damn it. Well, another day, another shitty finish. Fast-ass car today, but not going to happen. Not going to happen. I should have stayed out. I didn't think about single file restart with 10 to go. You're going to have to drive like a maniac to pick off as many spots as possible here with 10 laps to go. God damn it. Man, I was right up there. I was in the mix for the win. We could have had a victory here. Spun the tires in the restart. I mean, I can get as pissed off as I want at Ricky Rudd. Ultimately, me spinning the tires and getting the car loose put me in a position to have that accident. I don't know what the hell happened there. All I saw was Ricky Rudd on the left side. I have to watch the replay. That's probably going to piss me off even more, either at Ricky Rudd or myself. I'm marking Ricky Rudd down for payback, though. I don't know where we go after this. California, maybe? A little more wide open of a track. There he is. I can see him up there. Jackass. I don't know, I'm pretty proud of the way I drove today, though. I stayed out of trouble for the most part. Ricky Rudd didn't. Take a look here. Yeah, I mean, it looks like all these guys right in front of me are for position, so pick off a bunch of these guys, hopefully. And, you know, maybe get, obviously I'm not going to work my way up to top 10 finish probably, but just not going to have time. It takes so long for my car to come into play. It takes 5 laps alone, so that takes us down to 4 laps before the car starts working. I think Newman is pretty fast too. Ryan Newman right in front of us in the Altel Ford Fusion. Is it Ford Fusion this year? Oh, he's in a Dodge Charger. Well, another day, another crash. Son of a bitch. What are you gonna do? I ain't mad. I'm a little bit mad. Well, let's see if we can restart without spinning the goddamn tires this time. Man, that just... I thought it was... I'm surprised I was able to save it. That's been a problem all day. I gotta get better at restarts. I gotta get better at starts and restarts. That's just... I need to take one day and just practice that and then take a full day and practice pitting. Because I suck at both those things. I'm not gonna win until I get that mastered. Here we go. Settle this. Spun the tires again. Look at the difference that makes when you spin those tires. Alright, now the real question here is, did I damage the car there? So bad on cold tires. Yep, look at that. Yep, just not good. Not good. Anything can happen. Kenny Schrader getting way down on the inside there. I don't know what that's all about. Is he going to pit? Yeah, he's going to pit. That should put us up to 21st. Unless he was a lap down. 33. Yep, 21st. 6, 7, 9. Got a fast-ass car, though. There's Jeff Bodine. Me and him were 3rd and 4th a couple of restarts ago. This is the problem here. This is where it's going to run into trouble because everybody is bottled up. Get by Altel car here, that would be huge. A little bit of contact there. Man, the car started to dance. Friggin' Ricky Rudd. I will not wreck Ricky Rudd. I will not wreck Ricky Rudd. I will not wreck Ricky Rudd. Not gonna wreck him. Not gonna wreck him. I'm a big boy. I want his position more than his tears. Come on, Net Zero, don't do this now. Oh, man. All right, 5 to go, 5 to go. Here we go. Buckle up, everybody. We're up to 18th position, so picked up 4 spots. Probably worth it to come in and fix that damage, I guess. I don't think Net Zero or Hooters car, either one of them is 4th position, so we'll see how long those guys hold us up. Jeff Bodine is 4th position, though. Number 7 car. I don't want wreck. I'd rather finish worse than wreck, you know? I don't want to press my luck and wreck this close to the end. 4 laps to go. Let's get a finish. Let's finish on the lead lap. That said, I want to get as many spots as I possibly can. See if Hooters guy is going to be a problem. It's been slow all day. Come on, Rick Mast. Get him on the inside here. Kyle Petty, he sat on the pole at our Daytona 500 and then finished in dead last. Some kind of mechanical problem. All right, we're up to 16th. Oh, guys, don't go 3 wide. Come on. That Hooters car is a pain in the ass. driver.
Here we go. Still there.
Very irresponsible.
172. Still there. Car outside. Still there.
Gonna get me though. Not for position, of course, but 15th. Well, that is for position.
Still there.
And now I understand why he's racing me so hard.
Clear outside. Car outside. Keep low. You're on the bottom.
Ooh, into turn 1, 3 wide.
3.118. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Still there. Still there. Clear. Car outside. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Hold your line. Outside. Clear outside. You're up top.
Got
3
bumped.
wide.
Yep, I just made tons of contact. So, we were probably up to 12th. Gonna come home 15th there. God damn it. Well, shit, that was a shit show.
Get the heck out of here.
Interested to see what it looks like on the recap. It is what it is. Start at 11th, or start 10th, finish 15th. Finished on the lead lap, led a good chunk of the race. Shit happens. A lot. I ain't even mad. Except a Ricky Rudd, maybe. No, it's not Ricky Rudd. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Alright, that ends the UAW Daimler Chrysler 200 Game-Block Racing Series. Yuck! I ain't mad. It's not that big a deal. Let's take a look. We are done. So, did not finish in the top 10. Obviously, we are not going to show up in either of these lists. Darrell Waltrip wins the race. Dale Earnhardt comes home second. That also happens to be the 1-2 for the point standing. 1-2-3 is the same from the results of this race to the point standings, with Ricky Graven in the third spot on both. D. Waltrip ekes out a win at Las Vegas. That's the official headline from Papyrus Racing News. Next week, we move on to High Banks of Atlanta. Run pretty good at Atlanta. We'll see where we go. I am... Where am I in the standings? I'm up to 21st. I've led 46 laps. 10% of the races I've led, so I'm not going to cry. It's all good. So we will get out there. We will get back at it next week from Atlanta. Thanks a lot for watching, and check out Game-Block.com for all of your video game news, movies, TV, all that stuff. New content always being posted. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Hit me up on Twitter, @RyHamner. Thank you all for watching, and have a very good day. Goodbye.